Congratulations to the Baltimore Ravens, Super Bowl champs 2013. This week on the Spotlight, Paul Konerko talks about his career and the 2013 White Sox. We talked to assistant coach Ron Adams of the Bulls with some interesting insights, in my opinion. And then we flash back to Jim Belushi and his third appearance on our show. No knives this time. And we have trivia, championship trivia from Salerno's. This week on the Spotlight. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, this is the 23rd year of the Lansing Floral Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. You've got to get to Jack Desmond's Irish Pub for Benkowski Trivia, Wednesday, February 6th and 20th at 7:30 p.m. $10 domestic buckets on Wednesday. Easy to reach at 104th and Ridgeland. Jack Desmond's Irish Pub. A lot of good stuff, including my trivia. Want to get a haircut from a great hairstylist? Call mine, Rose Murillo, 312-726-2201. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Demi-Tasse Coffee Shop is a great place to go. 1066 West Taylor, right off the UIC campus. Breakfast, lunches, mochas, lattes, cappuccino, tea, baked goods, superb French toast, great chicken salad. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Get to Demi-Tasse on Taylor. You'll like it.
Hi, my name is Rose, and I've been a skilled hairstylist for over 10 years. I specialize in men's haircuts and in corrective color. Come visit me at Salon 203 at 203 North LaSalle, 312-726-2201. And while you're at it, come in and get a shoe shine and a shave. It's a great place where a man can be a man.
Las Fuentes, great Mexican cuisine at 115th and Pulaski. They have a great bar, wonderful drinks, great beef, chicken, and many other dishes I don't want to mispronounce. But you can go there and find out for yourself. Las Fuentes, 115th and Pulaski. It's great. Ignat's Restaurant in the old Italian neighborhood, 2421 South Oakley. Chicken Vesuvio and Cacciatore. Steak Isabella, veal Parmesan. It's rated highly by Chicago's Best. Time Out Chicago, 190 North, Chicago Magazine. Ignat's on Oakley. We're back on the Spotlight, and it's time to talk White Sox. Of course, we were at the Fest. We loaded up on interviews, and one of the great ones in Sox history and on the 2013 club is Paul Konerko. He's the last remnant of the 2005 World Series champions, and so you had to start somewhere. I figured I'd start with that very question about how it feels to be the only guy left on the club. And it's not a quick turnaround, but it is a turnaround. So that's what he's answering right now. What does it feel like to be the only remaining member of the 2005 World Series champions?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I mean, not something I think about a lot, but I think most World Series teams, I think if you look at the life cycle of it, probably 6-8 years after they win, it's probably the same story, because I think most teams that win, have an older group of guys, and it's just the nature of the game. Things kind of get cycled in and cycled out, and here we are. But who knows? Maybe we can get another one before I leave and start a new trend.
Well, that's good thinking. I talked to some of your teammates, mostly pitchers, about conditioning, and they were very consistent with the modern ball player spends almost the whole offseason conditioning. You come to camp ready to go, and that's one of the reasons people can play longer these days. You and Matt strike me as a couple of guys who, and he said himself, if he's 45 and he still can play, he would. How late do you think you would play?
Oh, I have no idea. I think what you want to do is put yourself in a position where you can play if you would like to, but as far as wanting to, and that's something I can't answer now. I know that I want to play this upcoming year. That's a different answer for everybody. I mean, some guys have that attitude that say, hey, as long as someone's going to offer me a job, I'm going to play as long as I can. Everybody's got a different attitude and that kind of stuff. But like I said, I mean, conditioning and putting yourself in a position to be available to play, and so you go out and do well in the field, so teams want you, so people want you to come play for them. That's the most you can do. And if your thoughts change, or what goes on with your family, or your life changes to where you feel like, okay, I can still do this, but I no longer want to, that's fine too. But I think the main thing is you try to put yourself in that position where you have that choice.
Well, in your case, I mean, a lot of players, I don't know, they say they peak 28, 30, and, you're still putting up your better numbers, and I believe you'll play at 37 this year. So, I mean, there's really no reason to think too far ahead. Just keep playing well while you're playing well, I would think.
Yeah, I mean, you just take it as it comes. I mean, I think that at this point, all you try to do is just take this season for what it is, and that's really all you ever should do, even in your 20s or whatever. But I think, as you get older, you really try to break it down even simpler and just, look at spring training and say, hey, I'm going to go and just try to get through and do well and move on to April and May to June and so on. You don't get ahead of yourself, and that's all you can really do as far as, doing well, later or younger. I think it's different for every player, but, the main thing is just, like I said, your choice on whether you'd want to play could always change. There's some guys, I know guys that retired that were still very capable of playing the game, but their needs and their lifestyle off the field changed, their priorities changed, and you have to respect that, and some guys have other, they're going to play as long as they can, as long as they're getting offered jobs to play. It just depends on what kind of guy you are.
I know that in looking at your numbers, on-base percentage, as we wind down here with Paul, we can tell you we will have more of Paul Konerko next week, right here on the Spotlight. Before we're done, could you do me one favor?
Sure.
I'm having my 25th anniversary show in a couple of weeks.
Oh, wow.
25 years of the same show. If you could just say something of a congratulatory nature, that would be nice.
I'll try.
All right, anytime you're ready.
Congratulations on 25 years. That's quite an accomplishment, and enjoy the year.
I will if you win. Thanks. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. You've got to get to Kelly's Tavern. You'll have a good time. I'm cracking up thinking about it. Benkowski Trivia, 44th and Wallace, Friday, February 15th, and again, Friday, March 1st at 8 p.m. Come out and play. Bring your friends. It's fun. Kelly's Tavern, 44th and Wallace. See you over there. McKell's Inn, where good friends meet for a cool one. 3259 West 111th Street, just west of Kedzie. Tuesdays and Thursdays, they have $1.50 domestic bottles, $4 Guinness every day. Great people, great staff, and trivia switches to Monday nights starting January 14th. You don't want to miss that. At McKell's Inn, 3259 West 111th Street in Mount Greenwood. Bring your car to Quick Stop Muffler and Brake at 95th and Pulaski, and they'll fix it right. They also do shocks and struts, free estimates. Call them at 708-423-3700. They're very thorough in their work, and they have very competitive pricing. Quick Stop Muffler and Brake, 95th and Pulaski. Amelia's Bar and Grill, a very unique place at 46th and Halsted. Open for lunch and dinner daily. Private parties and catering, a unique mixture of fine dining and Mexican specialties, brought to you by Chef Eusebio Garcia. They've got really good stuff. You got to try it. Amelia's on Halsted. We're back in the spotlight, and it's time to talk more Bulls. Danny and I get here well before games, and we have time to watch a lot of the nuances and unknown things that fans don't get a chance to see. Sometimes we show you some of those, like the warm-ups, but we can only show you so much in the framework of a 30-minute show. But we'll be sitting here for sometimes 45 minutes or more watching extended warm-ups and coaching and tweaking. And a guy who does a lot of that coaching and tweaking is assistant coach Ron Adams. He works with the guys mostly on long-range shooting, and he's got his spots, and the players do too, where he does the bounce pass and then works with them, sometimes on technique. And it's heavy duty, and it's about building confidence. It's about repetition. These are the things I'm learning. And he'll tell you in his own words what they work on before games so they can hit the long-range shot with 3 seconds left and win the damn thing. And Ron, I just kind of want to get a feel as we get toward that big road trip, kind of the mood of the club and how you think things are going. I noticed you have this outrageously good record on Friday, something like 9-1. Too bad that you can't bottle that and put that every day of the week.
Well, I think the team has a good mood about it. Tom does a really good job day by day of outlining what needs to be done, and stresses a lot the fact that you have to really have an even keel in this league. And I think this group has done that. We seemed a little flat at Washington, and sometimes it's a combination of things. Washington was playing very well at the time, and I think they're a very talented club. So you can run into situations that are tough on the road, but we've been a good road team, and I think we'll continue to be.
Tell us a little bit about the individual work you do before games, because I was got a kick out of watching the passing drills and the guys hitting their long-range jumpers, and then how nice it is to see it come to fruition during the course of the actual game.
Well, you're working on shots normally that the players take in a game. That's part of it. Guards, you get ready with some pick and rolls and the kinds of things that they do in a game also. But it's a good time to really individually coach people to prepare them for the game. As you know, this is a confidence game, you know, any pro sport. And you'll have highly competent people who can sometimes lose a bit of confidence. And so you're working on that aspect too. So there's a lot of things involved. It's really a good time period. I don't think fans understand on game day, on a home game day, how much time we spend with the players, because we have a walkthrough, which is like a mini practice, and we're also doing individual work during that time. So the game days in a season where you're playing a lot of games, not a lot of practice time, are really important because of you get to hit your guys 2 times during that day.
Well, the thing too that I really learned to appreciate about your role is, you know, the guy's taking his jumper, and you know he might have like 3 in a row rim out. And there'll be a little tweaky thing maybe you noticed about something in his body, and then bang, the guy will hit 10 in a row, and I'll see that recognition smile between the two of you, and it's a pretty cool thing, and it still must be for you.
It is, yeah. I think I've always gotten great delight in teaching the small things.
Look at that, look. What a classic example. What's the best thing he ever taught you?
Oh, this is my guy right here, man. I mean, he teaches me, and we talk each and every day about the game of basketball. He is one of the best brains in the NBA. You know, he's been here for a long time. He probably been here, 60 years longer than me. You know what I'm saying? But he teaches me a lot, too.
It was funny.
There you go.
It was
a little
funny.
endorsement.
His son was at the Berto the other day, and he wanted to ask me a question. The question was, do you tell my dad what to do? And I explained to him, no, your dad has played a lot of years, and I said he has a lot of experience. We talked about the game a little bit, but that's how it is with Rip. Rip is his own man. He's done this so many times.
Yeah,
so many people.
Well, almost a coach on the court at times, probably, to some of his younger teammates.
But getting back to the shooting thing, the other important thing is that people can be missing a shot, but they can be delivering it properly. And what I try to teach is simply, if you've delivered the shot in the way that that is most beneficial to it going in, the fundamentals that we work on daily, you've got to be happy with the shot, because we're human. The ball will go in part of the time, it won't go in part of the time. But some players get discouraged. They're shooting the ball well, they're missing a little bit, and they're using good technique, and you've got to smooth that over and get their mind straight on that.
And not tweak.
Yes.
Yeah, wow, that might be the toughest thing, to not make a correction. Well, I would also like to maybe figure out or speculate a little with the imminent Derrick Rose return. What will be the biggest change, and how long will it take for him to assimilate without everybody taking that backup role and kind of watching him for a while?
Well, that's a question that you have to ask other people. I think I look forward to him coming back. He's an amazing person and an amazing player, and whatever happens, happens. And the only thing I will say is I feel good about it.
Yeah.
And as far as speculating, how difficult it is, that's a question for Tom.
Okay.
Probably to ask. So.
Okay, to wrap up, one of the things that has really impressed me about this club is with all the roster changes on the back part, and just virtually a completely new bench. There was a little bit of a feeling out period, but here you are on a pace to win 50 games again, and I think it's a credit to Tom and the rest of you to have melded the guys as you have. And are you at all surprised at how quickly it's occurred?
Well, I think if we're honest with ourselves, this is a bit of a surprising season with a bunch of new players. That's the tough part. But Tom is a systems guy. He has an extremely sound system, defensively, offensively. We repeat a lot what we do. There's a lot of repetition. So new guys coming in, if they get behind the spirit of it and go through the physical dynamics of it, they're going to come along pretty quickly. But it has been a good transition for a lot of these guys. I think we're still learning them, and I think Tom is still learning combinations. And now with Lou coming back, it changes your lineup again. And Jimmy's played well, and other people have played well. So the trick for him is just, arriving at the good combinations that click. And it's not easy. It's not easy, but got a lot of cooperative people, and it's gone well.
Well, just keep doing what you're doing, and good luck in the blending period with Derrick and those early rounds of the playoffs. And it's good to watch the good cop directing traffic out there.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you much.
All right.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212.
Little Frank's Pizzeria and Bar is a great place at 6353 West 79th at Narragansett. Thursday, $1.50, Miller and Old Style. My trivia on Thursday, the next one on Valentine's Day, 8 p.m. $12 large pizza and pitcher all day, every day at Little Frank's Pizzeria and Bar. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. Get to At the Office, Sports Bar and Grill, located at 4901 Cal Sag Road. That's just a block west of Cicero, near 132nd and Crestwood. 15 appetizers, flatbreads, burgers, wraps, paninis, 20 different kind of sandwiches, soups and salads. They have it all at the office. We're back on the spotlight. We're talking Salerno's Benkowski 2012 Championship Trivia, and we're taking it away with another team from Lansing, Illinois, that's about to play their section.
Ranking the TV seasons in about 100 positions. American Idol, Survivor, and CSI dominated the top 17 positions of most watched seasons. But a sitcom from 2001-2002 snuck in as the 18th highest watched. Name that sitcom from 01-02. Five seconds. Going. Everybody Loves Raymond's a great try. It was Friends. Question number 2. Desperate Housewives, Joe Millionaire took up most of the 20s in those rankings, but this NBC drama from 01-02 had 2 positions in the 20s as most watched. Name this NBC drama. ER is correct for 500. And we continue. You can take the lead in the game with us. Into the 30s of rankings of the first 10 years of the 2000s. More Survivors, more Dancing with the Stars. But this sitcom from 01-02, not yet a correct answer, on CBS came in at number 41. Name this CBS sitcom. Everybody Loves Raymond is correct. And so you get 1,500 out of it. You move to 2740, and you take the lead in this game. 3 teams in, 4 teams to go. Nice round of applause. Playing Julia Roberts. Let's hear it for the Chili Dogs. Question number 1. In the 1991 film Hook, she played Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell is correct for 500. Question number 2. Birth year within 2. 70, it was 67. You do not get it. And finally, the 1988 film, she appeared with Justine Bateman and Liam Neeson.
Satisfaction.
Satisfaction is correct for 1,500. And the Chili Dogs improved to 2760. And they take the lead in the game.
And we will have more championship trivia from Salerno's next week right here on the Spotlight.
I eat antipasta twice just...
Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria at Grand and Racine is the place to go before United Center Pavilion, Bulls, Hawks, Cubs, and Sox too. Dine in or carry out with great family recipes, including homemade pastas, steaks, seafood, a great fun bar area. Meet people. Have a tremendous time. At Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Grand and Racine, you'll find a great variety of foods for you to enjoy at Salerno's.
Albo's Sandwich Shop is new. They got good stuff. Open 11 a.m. Monday through Saturday. Italian beef, sausage, meatball, steak sandwiches, parmesan, soups, Italian subs, salads. At 6316 Archer, right around Mobile. Albo's Sandwich Shop. Really good stuff. Swanson's Deli, Beverly Ritz Catering. Homemade soups and salads, fresh sandwiches, eat in or take out. Daily specials for lunch or dinner. And home of the famous cheese ball at 2414 West 103rd Street at Western. You've got to get there, and their catering serves any size. Swanson's Deli, Beverly Ritz Catering, 2414 West 103rd Street at Western in Chicago. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. I'll be back there on Monday, February 19th at 7 p.m. for trivia.
In Jim Belushi's first appearance on my show, he pulled out a switchblade and cut my tie off. In his second, we fought over a pair of scissors in the Blackhawks locker room, and now I see him at Wrigley Field for a whole new experience. I have the man. We're unarmed today, but...
Unarmed. We're unarmed. Congratulations on your 800th, man.
I appreciate it.
That's quite a mark.
Well,
what does that make you, about 65, 70?
I feel it sometimes, but I'm really a youthful...
800 shows. You got to be an old guy now.
I am younger than you.
Yeah, how's the knee? How's your knees?
They were good going into this. Thank you.
Hey, solid.
Glad to see you with no blade on you today.
Well, I do actually in the back pocket. He's bleeding good.
Well, there'll be no more shows after this. Great. Thank you.
We go to Ron Santo Day, and he starts off by thanking the fans for making his life. This week's show brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop.
Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero.
In print graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound, saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing. Call 708-396-1010.